morning. Welcome to our second and more to come live Unity. We are so grateful to have you here, and we are happy to see you. And we are also very pleased and grateful to be welcoming our guest speaker today, Reverend Dr. Paul Hasselbach is back in the house on Zoom from Kansas City. Paul has been a great mentor and teacher of many of us at Unity for a long time, Unity on the River, as well as the Unity movement. He's a 21st century heart-centered metaphysician, thank you. Also wrote the book on heart-centered metaphysics. So he's a teacher devoted to updating the language of Unity, and an educator, workshop leader, and a metaphysics coach. So Paul will be leading us into a meditation after a few songs by Meg, and we are going to go into prayer at this moment. So please get centered, find a comfortable spot, and let's collectively just take in a deep breath together. And releasing, we're just going to let go of the busyness of the commute, getting here. Anything we think we've left behind, we're just going to release that in this moment. Anything we plan on doing later, we are releasing in this moment, at this time, being present in the here and now. Remembering that this moment, the here and now, is the right and perfect place. And being centered in that peacefulness, that there is nothing else for me to do in this moment. Just taking in the gratitude and appreciation of community. Community is coming together as one. Remembering that the oneness is our true connection, that the divine is a place within. It is ours to claim. It is our substance of absolute, infinite potential. Infinite source, infinite intelligence. It is within, it is ours to claim. So I invite you to claim your divinity now. I am. I am. I am love. I am divine. I am light. I am joy, and so it is. Take it away, Meg.
Here I am, I am that I am, has led me to this now moment. Here I am, to be the voice and to be the is made known on earth, to be the voice and to be which heaven is made known on earth. I am that I am has sent me to this now moment. Here I am. I am that I am. I am that I am has sent me. Has sent me to this now moment. This now moment. Here I am. Here I am. To be the voice. To be the voice. And to be the heart through which heaven is made known on earth. To be the voice. To be the voice. And to be the heart through which heaven is made known on earth. Through which heaven is made known on earth. In Native American culture, aho means, and so it is. So you're all gonna answer me. Aho. 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 I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. Aho. I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. Aho. I am the one. I am the one. I am the son and the daughter. I am the son and the daughter of the Queen's kingdom. I am the one. Daughter and the son. I am the daughter and the son of the King's kingdom. Aho. 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 I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. Aho. I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. Aho. I am the one. I am the son and the daughter of the Queen's kingdom. I am the one. Daughter and the son. I am the daughter and the son of the King's kingdom. Aho. 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 And I will never walk alone as long as I believe I am protected and so strong. Oh my gosh, it's so good to hear all of you. Brian has to tune because he broke his string right before. Brian's going to lead us in a song that he's never led us in before.
It's true.
And the baby's crying.
It's good. That's what we need. The sound of children. I think you'll all know this one, so sing along.
It's Capo 2, right?
Capo 2.
Capo 2.
We're all on the same page. This is another musician. I'm playing with another musician besides Keith. This is good. It still feels new. It's fun. Doesn't it? You look around and you're like, wow, there's people here. This is great. More of you should come. I'm pointing to the camera back there. Everyone wave. Yep, those are our Zoomers and streamers. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I used to think that I had to, used to think that I should. Scripture told me that I had to be good. But now I love 'cause I want to. I love 'cause I'm free. Blinded by the Spirit, oh Lord. The Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. Whoa. Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, don't need any prodding. Don't need any law. I want to sing with all my heart that God is my all in all. Let go of my burden. Loving God has made me free. I'm blinded by the Spirit, oh Lord. The Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. Whoa, whoa. Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa. Think that I had to, used to think that I should. Scripture told me that I had to be good. But now I love 'cause I want to. I love because I'm free. I'm blinded by the Spirit, oh Lord. The Spirit of God is upon me. Spirit with me. Ready, one.
And now, beautiful beloveds, we'll go into a time of meditation. And we have a incredible Reverend with us, Paul Hasselbeck. And he will lead us through the meditation. We'll start with God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. Again. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. Love is all. Love is all there is. Love is all there will ever be. Love is all there is. Love is all there will ever be. Peace. Peace is all there is. Peace is all there will ever be. Peace is all there is. Peace is all there will ever be.
Okay, so we just feel the enjoyment of that music. As we take a few deep breaths, as we begin to shift our awareness from the outer to the inner, from the outer realm of things and people and activity and sights and sounds, to that inner awareness of the deep pool of divinity that exists within us. It is peace. It is love. And the divine is everywhere present in its entirety, all at the same time. So reflect that on a minute, that the entirety of God, the entirety of the divine, the entirety of principle, the entirety of love, the entirety of peace, that is God, is right there at the point of your awareness, in every point of your body, and every point beyond your body. We invest this time in meditation to more fully synchronize our humanity with our divinity. For we are indeed fully divine and fully human, wondrously infinite and gloriously finite. Both at the same time, right here, right now. So let us right now invest a few moments reflecting on our divinity as we go deeper and deeper into the silence. And right now, take a little deeper breath. As you are simultaneously aware of the inner and the outer. Right where you are, feel the peace and love of your divinity. Notice your personality and notice your body. We are fully human and fully divine. And so let us claim some truths now. Let us claim some principles, or we could call them divine ideas. And yes, you can claim some of them as powers. So repeat after me. I am love.
I am love.
I am peace.
I am peace.
I am imagination.
I am imagination.
I am release.
I am release.
I am faith.
I am faith.
Friends, you are all of those and so much more. And we experience these divine ideas or principles as innate abilities within us. Our divinity is not inherited. Our divinity is inherent. Our divinity wasn't given to us. And so our divinity cannot be taken away. Friends, we are living, breathing both and. A both and that is a oneness. You are, I am, we are divine, and we are human. So repeat this after me. I am fully divine.
I am fully divine.
I am fully human.
I am fully human.
And so you are, and so I am, and so it is.
Amen.
Amen.
And so we go into surely the presence, because it surely is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and her grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Take it away, Paul. Is Paul there? We lost him? And away we go. Well, oh dear. If anything can go. We could do the blessings of the tithes and offerings. Oh no.
Romp2.com. And if you have any questions or comments that you want to send to me by email, there's my email address, alberthasselbeck@gmail.com. And maybe get your camera out on your cell phone, on your iPhone, or your Android, or whatever it is you're using, and feel free to take pictures of any slides I'm using. And I will make a copy of the slides available through your administrator at the church. So my talk title is Your Formative Faculty. Your Formative Faculty. However, before we can go anywhere, there's a few things I want you to remember. One, your formative faculty is your power of imagination. Number two, these little cartoon characters are saying, I have many unanswered questions. And we're like that. We are seekers to our answers. And the other little guy says, great, I have many unquestioned answers. And we've got to get to a point, friends, when we spiritually grow, when you're dealing with anything within your church or community, we have to be willing to question those answers we assume to be continually continuing to be true and correct. And friends, it's not our unanswered questions that are dangerous. It's our unquestioned answers that trip us up. And so as you listen to me today, seek to understand. Belief is encouraged, but not required. And more importantly, application, using it, would be a really good idea. And I may say some things that maybe you've never heard that way before. And so I want to remind you of the second saying from the Gospel of Thomas. Let one who seeks not stop seeking until that person finds. And upon finding, the person will be disturbed. And being disturbed will be astounded and will reign over the entirety. Wow. Did you ever think about that? That it's the things that disturb us or that we get disturbed about that could be the most important. And Charles Fillmore cited this quote from Jesus saying, "You must know the truth and the truth shall set you free." And I don't know about you, but when I heard this quote or read this quote, I thought it meant the truth about Jesus, God, heaven, the earth, all of that. Charles Fillmore had a different idea. The truth about yourself. So a lot of the things we're going to be talking about today are more about the truth about yourself. And also, as a way to build a foundation, I want you to remember that, like Myrtle, I believe God is principle. Myrtle said, God is it, neither male nor female, but principle. And Charles Fillmore equated the principle with the I am. He said, yet there is but one I am. It cannot be cut into parts. It cannot be cut into parts. It is principle. So there's never a drop of God or a drop of principle or a wave or anything else that implies that we are, you are, that anything is just a piece of the divine. And Charles also said this about the I am. The I am is the metaphysical name of the spiritual self. The I am is the metaphysical name of your spiritual self. And that is distinguished from your human self. And so, yes, we are fully human and fully divine. We don't have a spark of the divinity in us. We don't have a drop of the divinity in us. We are the totality of it. And now we're going to get into a little bit about the truth about ourselves that's related to this. In the revealing word, Charles defined the ego as the I. The ego is man. The ego is you. The ego is I. And by reason of its divinity, the ego makes and remakes as it will. Notice, Charles is saying you and I are divine here and not a part or piece or a spark or a wave. And it's because we are divine, it is because we use our divinity, we can make and remake as ourselves. And that's the good news. It's also the bad news. We can use divine ideas or principles or powers any way we like. And Jesus said, all authority was given unto him in heaven and in earth. And Charles thought we should take these on for ourselves. So maybe you say this with me. Here's how I'm going to say it. All authority in heaven and on earth has been given unto me. And it wasn't given, it's always present. So all authority in heaven and earth are mine. But I don't mean the heaven out there or the physical earth. I mean heaven as the realm of divine ideas, the realm of principles, the realm of the 12 powers. And earth is the realm of our thoughts and feelings. So now that becomes all authority in the realm of divine ideas and in the realm of thoughts and feelings have been given unto me. You and I have authority over divine ideas and principles and powers. We have authority over our own divinity. And your divinity and my divinity are identical. And your humanity and my humanity are wondrously and gloriously distinct. So you have authority. And that mostly happens through the power of power or the power of dominion. Now, friends, we're set up and ready to talk about this this formative faculty, which is our power of imagination. Charles Fillmore said all material things represent spiritual realities. So everything that exists in the relative realm, every last thing that changes, has a correlation to a divine idea or principle or power. And if that divine idea or principle did not exist, that changeable thing could not exist. And so when I talk about the 12 powers, maybe it's important for you to realize you actually have these as abilities. So to yourself or out loud, answer these questions. Do you notice you have the ability to believe? Do you notice you have the ability to be strong? Do you notice you have the ability to be wise? Do you notice you have the ability to desire and harmonize and unify? Do you notice you have the ability to master and control? Do you notice you have the ability to visualize and conceptualize? Do you notice you have the ability to know? Do you notice you have the ability to choose? Do you notice you have the ability to adjust and organize? Do you notice you have the ability to be passionate, to be zealous? Do you notice you have the ability to release and let go? And finally, do you notice you have the ability to energize, vivify, and activate? Well, you might most likely said yes to all of those. So you directly know that you have these 12 abilities. And because we can use these abilities in different ways, they're changing in our humanity and how we use them. And because they're changing, they must be connected to a divine idea. And the divine ideas they connect to are the 12 powers. And here's some ideas about the 12 powers. Everyone has them, whether conscious of them or not. Every one of us is using them, and we decide how we use them. They do not care how they're used. They simply are. They're principles. You choose how you use gravity. You choose how you use electromagnetism. You and I choose how we use the principles that make up our divinity. They can be overdeveloped or underdeveloped, and they can be used from any level of consciousness: victim, victor, vessel, verity. 4 basic levels of consciousness. We can use every one of those principles to feel like a victim. We can equally use every one of those principles to be divine, to express our divinity. And so today is about the power of imagination. And of course, I got to talk about the usual things. The color is light blue or sky blue. Hence, that's the reason why I wore this shirt today, to represent imagination. And you can use any color, any of the 12 during the week when you want to remember a particular power when you're going into a situation. Like I like to wear yellow when I want my power of wisdom to be mostly apparent to me. The disciple is Bartholomew. And the reason why Charles Fillmore connected disciples to the powers is because he believed every character in the Bible represented a characteristic in us. So wherever we read in the Christian scriptures about Bartholomew, that story is about the power of imagination in you and I. And the location is between the eyes, the third eye. That's the place where sometimes people call it the screen of our eyes. And It is our power to visualize, conceptualize, envision. I can have dream on there, and to shape substance. Little s substance, the substance that change, and capital S substance, the substance that is the divine. And so, amongst all these things, we must learn the law of expression, from the abstract to the concrete, the formless to the formed. Why must we know this? Because you and I, consciously or unconsciously, are using the power of imagination. We use it to shape physical substance. Remember when you shaped Play-Doh? Do you remember how it smelled and how it felt? Well, if you are, you're using your power of imagination to do that. So we can use it to shape all kinds of physical substance. We do it all the time. We use the power of imagination to shape the substance of our thoughts and feelings, the contents of our consciousness. And when I say thoughts, I mean thoughts, ideas, beliefs, images, and their concomitant feelings, emotions, perceptions, experiences, and attitudes. Thought and feeling, friends, come together. And thought isn't located in your brain, and your feeling nature isn't located in your heart, though they are a good metaphor. Friends, your thinking nature is kind of everywhere, and your feelings, your heart is bigger than your physical heart. And so when we're forming this substance of our thoughts or the outer world, we're using the law of expression. And to do so, we must be using the divine idea of substance, which is unchangeable. And the divine idea of substance, in one way of thinking about it, is the divine idea of form. And in a bigger context, when Charles used the word substance, capital S, I use all capital letters, it refers to all divine ideas. And so we go from the abstract and the formless to the concrete and the formed. We limit substance with our minds using the power of imagination. So here's a quick review. Again, it's our ability to shape changeable substance and non-changeable substance. The changeable substances matter. That the changeable substance, invisible, not visible, non-physical substance are our thoughts and feelings, the substance of our mind. The unchangeable substance, that's the absolute, that's divine, is the idea of form. The substance is also thought of as the divine idea of the reality of all things, the underlying, underpinning, interpenetrating reality of all things. And that capital R reality is your divinity. It's every divine idea or every principle. And so if we want a beautiful garden, we have to limit at least one divine idea, the divine idea of beauty, from this formless and abstract idea of beauty down to a physical beauty called our garden. And how do we get there? Well, we begin with having abstract, less specific thoughts and feelings about a garden. And we are manifesting those from the divine idea of beauty, and many others too. Since your garden's going to have form, it includes the divine idea of substance. And we have, as we do this, inner experiences of this garden as it begins to have more shape and form on the screen of our minds, that third eye where we locate the power of imagination. And to do that, we are taking the divine idea, we're taking our thoughts and feelings, we're giving them form, we're shaping them, we're defining it, we're focusing it, we're refining it, we're specifying it. We are ultimately taking the abstract idea of beauty, the abstract thoughts and feelings we begin with, and begin to limit them to more and more specific things. When you envisioned yourself going to church today, you used your power of imagination, and you didn't envision all churches. You limited the idea of church to Unity on the River. That today is either happening virtually in your home or happening in that beautiful synagogue. And so then, using our power of imagination, we get more specific and more thoughts and more feelings about a garden. And in fact, we begin to see it very distinctly in our minds. And our first manifestation of it might be when we take action to draw the garden, to plan the garden out on a piece of paper. And then through action and activity, we mold the substance of our yard and we build that garden. And so we're using the power of imagination to do that, to go from the abstract to the concrete, from the formless to the form. And friends, it's not just imagination that's involved. When we're using our powers, all of them are being activated by us. And here's a quick review. Love as desire. We desired beauty. We desired a garden, and that got our imagination going. We vitalized this idea with life and zeal. We believed that it was possible for us to have a garden and to build it. We believed we could design it. We had the strength to keep it on, to stay the course, to complete this garden. We used discernment, wisdom, or judgment with the power of understanding, with the things we knew about it, that we chose this, we didn't choose that. We went through this whole process of eliminating some of the thoughts and feelings while using some of the others. And that choosing process is our power of will. And we used dominion. We mastered our imagination. We controlled our erroneous thoughts and feelings as we brought this garden alive on the screen of our minds. And the process was orderly, and we had to adjust our thinking as we went along. And of course, release. We had to release those components that we didn't want to make or put in our garden. And so imagination, if we're not using it optimally, can show up as us being unimaginative, or we cannot envision. And on the other end, it can be daydreaming, it can be worry, and it can manifest fear. And I want to share one idea about fear, friends. Fear is something I questioned. I questioned an unquestioned answer. My unquestioned answer was that there was fear and love, and that they were separate. And fear hid love, and fear had nothing to do with love. Well, friends, I'm here to tell you today that we cannot fear if we're not loving something first. Because when I get into fear, when I get into worry, it's somehow related to something I love. It could be myself. It could be my friend or my family or a thing. You see, fear can be seen as maybe an expression of our love. Think about that. And so when fear is present, you can use your power of imagination to imagine and realize what it is you're loving. And that's why you have your fear. And then we can shift from the awareness of the fear to the awareness of love. And you know, there are good uses of our fear and good uses of our worry. And some of you, as you're moving forward now, we're moving into a time that's very different. If you're afraid, it's because you love Unity on the River and you want the best for it. If you're worried about Unity on the River, it's because you love Unity on the River. You love the community. You love what you experience with it, whether online or in person. And so as you move forward, individually and as a team, question all the answers you had at your former location. Question every answer you had about doing church, or even what a spiritual community is. And individually and collectively, use your power of imagination, working with all the other powers to imagine what Unity on the River can be today and tomorrow. And friends, do it with ease and grace. Remember, it's your choice to use your power of imagination any way you want. So one way I'm going to suggest is by you making it another beautiful day in your consciousness. Imagination is your faculty to shape substance. It's the formative faculty. Use your imagination wisely. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Wow. You heard it here first, folks. Fear can be an expression of love. How cool is that? Thank you, Reverend Dr. Paul Hasselbeck, for a great talk. And now it's time for our blessings of the tithes and offerings. Remembering that giving is receiving. And your tithes, your offerings help us at Unity on the River move forward, pay for our great speakers like Reverend Dr. Paul Hasselbach, to find that community where we will once again call home, and also a portion of those tithes go off to Unity Worldwide Ministries. So remembering that you could write a check, you could use your credit card, you can text Give Unity on the River, or you can Venmo. So if you do any of the above mentioned, besides writing a check, I just invite you to hold that thought, that gift that you are giving in your consciousness at the moment. And if you have cash or check that you would like to give, then hold that in your hand as we say the blessings of the tithes and offerings. Divine love as me, blesses and multiplies all that I give, all that I give, all that I receive,
and all that I am.
Thank you. It's been a while since we've done that.
We haven't said that in a while. So we welcome Sherry to sing with us, and please join us in singing, I Am So Blessed.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed. I am am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. One more time. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. And so it is. Now we have some announcements. Dear Annabelle is going to come up and with her glorious red hair.
Hey everyone! I'll just keep the announcement short today. So, our next service will be with Amy Jocelyn next week on Sunday the 20th. And coming up, we also, all of Unity has their Unity Convention from the 14th to the 17th. And that's happening pretty soon. And then also keep an eye out because the UOTR social justice team will be putting up a little survey, and it's going to be featured in the newsletter and on the website, and you can just complete that. And then again, I've written everything out of my arm. To donate to Unity on the River, you can just text GIVE to 833-702-4337. And you can also donate with Venmo. The little QR code is on the bulletins. So if you look in there, you can find the QR code and you can just scan it with your phone. And that's about it. So I'll just let you guys finish up.
Yeah, and one more thing. Next week, we have our piano player, beautiful John Hyde, is coming back. Yay! So as we slowly energize our band, and of course, your tithes and offerings help that so that we can bring back Steve Chigaris, our bass player as well. But we're going to start with John, and he'll be coming in. So we are opening up to choir. So please, choir, if you want to sing, if you can talk, you can sing. That's the way I feel about it. And you want to sing and you've been itching to come in, 8:30, come on in, and we'll have a rehearsal before we have service. So that's my announcement. Yeah? Oh, and we want to welcome, is there anyone new or here for the first time? Yay, welcome, welcome. Richard. Thank you. Your presence really uplifts us. Thank you. So, isn't love a wonderful thing?
So I broke a string during the first song too. Hasn't happened in a while. Yeah. So just give me a second. Nope, it's an F.
Capo 3.
Yeah, I haven't broke strings in a long time. It's usually a sign of the weather changing. But here we go. So I just want to say this is a popular 80s anthem right here that we're going to do. There's a few differences between me and Michael Bolton, though. Although there are similarities. We both used to have long hair, and now we have very short hair. And we're both extremely handsome. Yeah, there's that. One of us has a beard, though, I think. And one of us sings about an octave higher than the other. In fact, he sings higher than most women. It's not that funny. Birds fly, they don't think twice. They simply spread their wings what the whole thing means. Same applies to you and me. We never questioned that. So good, it's just understood. Make you smile. It's a matter of fact. 1, 2, 3, 4. Love is a wonderful thing. Make you smile through the pouring rain. Love is a wonderful thing. Say it again and again. Turn your world into one sweet dream. Take your heart and make it sing. Because love is a wonderful thing. The only thing a river knows is running to the sea. And every spring a flower grows. It happens naturally. The same magic when you're in my arms. No logic can't define. No, no. Don't know why, it just feels right. I only know it happens every time. Love is a wonderful thing. Make you smile through the pouring rain. Love is a wonderful thing. Say it again and again. Turn your world into one sweet dream. Take your heart and make it sing. Because love is a wonderful thing. And when the cold wind blows, I know you're gonna be there to warm me. That's what keeps me going. And our sweet love keeps on growing and growing. Take a key. Love is a wonderful thing. Make you smile through the pouring rain. Love is a wonderful thing. Say it again and again. Turn your world into one sweet dream. Take your heart and make it sing. Because love is a wonderful thing. Love is a wonderful thing. Love is a wonderful thing. You got it. Love is a wonderful thing. Keep going. Love is a wonderful thing. 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 Thanks for getting up, and thanks for smiling. I think we need to do more smiling. So good to be back. Hey, buddy.
So if you can hold elbows or just put your hands out and virtually or is it virtually? Or use your power of imagination if you don't feel comfortable holding hands at this moment. That we are holding hands and the whole world is with us holding our hands and hearts as we sing, "Let There Be Peace on Earth."
Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be with God as creator. Family, all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every footstep I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Now we say our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds me.
We are the light of God.
The love of God protects me.
Enfolds me.
Enfolds me.
We are the love of God.
The power of God watches over me.
Protects me. We are the power of God. The presence of God watches over us.
We are the presence of God.
Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and we are richly blessed.
God is everywhere.
Love is a wonderful thing. Make you smile through the pouring rain. Love is a wonderful thing. Say it again and again. Turn your world into one sweet dream. Take your heart and make it sing. Because love is a wonderful thing. Love is a wonderful thing. Love is a wonderful thing. Love is a wonderful thing.
Certainly is.
I've seen bigger train wrecks.
Yeah, me too.